Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your SmackDown 205 Live results for the week of June the 11th, 2019. Happy birthdays for this week. June 11th, Hikaru Shida, 1988. Birthdays on the 12th, Mark Henry turned 48. Jerry Lynn turned 56. Jack Doan turned 48. And would have been the 50th birthday of former WCW star Hector Garza. Birthdays on the 13th, Jack Rougeau, 1960. Virgil, 1962. Headbanger Thrasher, 1969. Birthdays on the 14th, Bud Sawyer, 1959. Peter Avalon, 1989. Birthdays on the 15th, Scott Norton, 1961. Brad Armstrong, 1962. Chuck Palumbo, 1971, Cesar Bonini, 1986, Bailey, 1989, and Jungle Boy, 1997. Monday's premiere of the Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader starring John Cena game show on Nickelodeon drew 1.122 million viewers and ranked number 16 for the night in the 18 to 49 demographic category on the cable top 150. List, according to Showbuzz Daily, showed John Cena made several media appearances to promote the premiere. Nickelodeon usually airs replays of animated shows in the 7 p.m. Eastern Time slot on Mondays, and those replays usually do not make the cable top 150. The new show will continue to air weeknights, Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Cena tweeted the following backstage clip. I did not get the link. Going out to a live audience, no matter where, what, and why, is always a thrill for me. Leaving Gorilla for every episode of Are You Smarter on Twitter was an exciting appearance because I got the chance to interact and learn from very smart kids. Tune in every week at Nickelodeon. It was announced on Tuesday that the upcoming AEW Fyter Fest event will air live for free on the BR Live platform. The event will be free for BR Live members who are logged in. That means you have to sign up, but it's free. All you need is an email address. And you can go to that link for more info. All Elite Wrestling Executive Vice President Cody Rhodes spoke with comicbook.com about the decision to air the event on BR Live instead of traditional pay-per-view, noting that this was a huge discussion for the company. Rhodes says that he's thrilled to show the event for free. Well, you'll get more viewers. Very smart. I'm thrilled that we get to do it for free, Rhodes said. That was just a huge discussion, and I'm so excited. I mean, you get John Moxley's first match in AEW for free. It's great. The people at BR Live, I couldn't ask for better partners. Former WWE champion JBL took to Facebook and posted a lengthy statement in defense of The Undertaker and WWE Hall of Famer Bill Goldberg after their terrible match at last Friday's Super Showdown event, which has been met with the negative feedback from wrestlers and fans. My point is sometimes matches don't go well, JBL wrote. I saw fans blaming age and ego for these guys competing. I know both not Goldberg as well, and both don't need the money they do. And that's because they love it. Love being in front of the crowd and love entertaining. Don't we want those we watch to love what they do? He continued on. I think both are still capable of competing at any level. This match just didn't work like they or the fans wanted. Two great legends. I don't know where Undertaker ranks in the greatest of all time, but he is always in every conversation, and Goldberg was one of the biggest draws in an era that did monster ratings. I believe fans should look at it and understand guys like this won't come along again, and simply enjoy seeing two great legends. Complaining It's part of being a fan sometimes. I certainly get that. And the fan's right. CM Punk took to Twitter and responded to a fan asking if he will show up on AEW programming. The fan asked if the former WWE champion will disappoint his fans by not going to work for All Elite Wrestling. For what it's worth, Punk responded with a simple yes. There's been a lot of speculation of Punk possibly returning to the world of pro wrestling to work for AEW. President Tony Khan had stated that Punk was his first choice to start a pro wrestling organization with, before he got involved with the guys from the Elite. AEW's All Out pay-per-view will take place near Chicago in late August, adding the speculation on Punk possibly debuting then, just in time for the weekly AEW TV show on TNT. Chris Jericho revealed on Twitter, who's also in that promotion, and stated an NJP World replay of his match with IWGP Heavyweight Champion Kazuchika Okada at the recent Dominion pay-per-view had a theme music change due to a rights fee issue. Jericho used the Judas song from his band Fozzy, but the replay of the NJP World used generic rock music for his entrance. Apparently, this is the first time the song was edited. Jericho first told a fan he had no idea about the change when asked. He responded, "No idea. They have the rights for it." He later came back and said that there was a small right fee that the company didn't want to pay. He wrote, "There was a small rights fee involved that at NJP World and NJPW 1972 chose not to pay." End of story. Well, if he had known beforehand, he could have paid it. Kofi Kingston recently spoke with Sports Illustrated to discuss his recent homecoming trip to Ghana. Last week, Kofi talked about how important it is to represent people who share similar backgrounds as him, and how it fills him with the immense pride to be able to do so. It's important for representation to be prevalent, where someone can look at the screen and see someone that looks like them doing wonderful and amazing things, said Kofi. When I became WWE champion, that was a chance for me to represent kids who look like me. Kofi then said, representation is of the utmost importance, as if embodying a message and work ethic that is universally relatable. Kofi said his story has transcended race. My story is not just about race. It has transcended race, said Kofi. My story has been one of a struggle. Anyone from any background can relate to struggling, having a conflict, not believing you could accomplish your goal, and people holding you down and telling you that you can't do something. I have been in all those positions. I've had the option of quitting or keep fighting. I want to set the example for everyone, and doesn't matter about race, as long as you're willing to fight to achieve what you want to achieve. I think that's why people were so happy I won at WrestleMania. My story is much bigger than one race. It's a story where people of all ethnicities can relate. That's why I put so much pressure on myself to be the best WWE champion I can be. Kofi also talked about Brock Lesnar possibly challenging him with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Kofi said he welcomes the Beast. I'm not ruling out Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar showing up on SmackDown and cashing in, Kofi said. Until Brock actually cashes in his contract, there was always a target on my back. Kofi continued and said that the fact that Lesnar has been chasing WWE Universal Champion Seth Rollins only adds fuel to his fire. He said, that has been the story of my career. I'm not necessarily believed in, but I would love for him to cash in his contract on me, putting me in that David versus Goliath role. That's something I would welcome. I want to become the best WWE champion of all time, so I want to go up against the best competition, and Brock is one of the best. Brock is going to have to be up for a fight if he challenges me, but I'd welcome it. Another memorable opponent for Kofi would be Shane McMahon. Kofi said that he would love to mix it up with self-proclaimed best in the world. I would love to fight Shane, and I would love to get Vince in the ring too. He said, I think it's really cool that Shane is in the role of walking the line of an authoritative figure, but at the same time is an active superstar. Shane does some pretty crazy things in the ring, and you see it in every single match that he has. So I would love to mix it up with him. And they got similar style of wrestling. There are said to be a lot of WWE talents who are counting the days until they can get out of their WWE contracts, according to Wrestling Observer Radio. There have been rumors of WWE talents wanting to leave for months, but Dave Meltzer noted on the Wrestling Observer Radio AEW putting on a successful show with Double or Nothing has really changed things. Megastar John Cena appeared on the Andy Cohen's Watch What Happens Live. On the show, Cena answered a fan question on a looming potential retirement. Cena nulled any speculation that he wouldn't ever be fully retired from WWE. Well, I would say he's got a Brock Lesnar schedule. I don't think I'll ever be disconnected from the WWE, Cena said, whether it's an on-camera role or an off-camera role. I don't think the word retire will ever use that. I know that that time is limited because it's a physical performance-based thing, and I'm 42. So I know that the window is coming to a close, but I don't think I'll ever be retired. I would love to be able to pass on the knowledge and wisdom that I have about live performances to up-and-comers and hopefully help people out. Well, he can go to Performance Center. On Cohen's segment, Behind the Cena, Cohen asked Cena a series of fast-paced questions to which Cena answered in a speedy format. When asked about the most swoon-worthy thing about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Cena credited Johnson's life outlook and moral system, his perspective on life, and his ability to constantly give back, Cena said. Cena also answered the question if fans have ever said anything to him that truly hurt his feelings. Cena admitted that he's experienced fans throwing words at him on multiple occasions. Oh my God, yes, Cena said, all the time. Our wrestling universe is weird. It's built on, I hate your existence. Cena has not been on WWE programming since his nostalgic appearance and return of the Doctor of Thugonomics throwback segment at WrestleMania 35. There's no set return date for Cena at this time. Former ECW and WCW performer Perry Saturn spoke with Bill Apter of the New England Wrestling Fan Fest. During the interview, Saturn gave an update on his current health issues status. He has also touched upon his living situation in the Midwest, along with his defining moment during his ECW tenure. When asked about his past problems with drugs, Saturn revealed he has positively moved past those issues and has been recovering. Saturn also admitted to feeling physically better from previous CTE injuries. I don't have the drug problem anymore, Saturn said. Nothing's going on now. I'm recovering. Getting better from the CTE. Huge gains. Gotten a lot better. It was very bleak at first. Some people it goes good for, some people it doesn't. I was one of those lucky ones. Saturn also admitted to being homeless at one point after his wrestling career. Fortunately, he said he found a way to overcome homelessness and now resides in Minnesota with his wife and her family. I have my own house, Saturn said. I moved to Minnesota with my wife because her family is there. Drew Saturn has been involved in some of professional wrestling's peaks in both WCW and ECW. Saturn recalled a post-match victory in ECW as his defining moment. He stated that the fans responded well to him, victoriously raising a championship atop a ladder after defeating Sabu and Rob Van Dam in a tag team match. Me and John defeating Sabu with Rob Van Dam, Saturn said. We got up on the ladder and held up the belts, and people were very receptive. I believe he's talking about John Cronus. Regarding his fan base, Saturn simply wanted to relay gratitude and thanks to those who have supported and followed him throughout his life. Additionally, he apologized for how he treated certain people in his past. Thank you, Saturn declared. What else can I say other than thank you? Sorry I was such an a-hole at times, but that's my personality, and it's not going to go over well with everybody. NXT tapings at Full Sail University. I don't know if I got all of them, but it goes all the way through August from here. As speculated, Fandango returned to NXT to join his former main roster tag team partner, Tyler Breeze. Breeze defeated Jackson Riker of the Forgotten Sons in a match that should air on July 24th or 31st NXT episode. After the match, the Forgotten Sons beat Breeze down with a triple team attack until Fandango returned to make the save. And Fandango's attire is similar to Dean Ambrose, formerly Dean Ambrose, with the blue jeans and tank top, white tank top. Fandango has been out of action since suffering a torn labrum back in July 2018. It was originally believed that he would be back in action this past January. It was then reported in late January that Fandango was still expected to be back before the summer. No word yet on if Fandango will be on NXT full-time with Breeze, but he's still listed on the Raw roster as of this writing. It will be interesting to see if the Fashion Police find a spot in the NXT Tag Team division. And here's some photos from his return. Be 2 links there for you. Lars Sullivan currently out of action with another injury. According to F4W Online, Sullivan was originally scheduled to face Matt Hardy at Tuesday's WWE SmackDown Live TV, but he was pulled due to what was believed to be a minor injury. New information reveals that Sullivan is suffering from a knee injury. Well, previously had a concussion. And it's that is much worse than originally believed. No word yet on when Lars will be back in action, but they have a better idea once he undergoes an MRI. F4W noted that it doesn't look like a small thing. Lars defeated Lucha House Party in a 3-on-1 handicap match at Super Showdown last Friday. He then won the rematch on Raw. Stay tuned for more updates on the status. As soon as I get them, it'll be in the next video. Also from the NXT tapings from Full Sail, saw returns of Killian Dane, formerly of Sanity, and Apollo Crews, who was sent down to NXT. Dane returned to NXT after Matt Riddle's win over Artur Ruiz, the former Adrian Jowd. Dane came out wearing a mask, attacked Riddle, and then revealed himself. Dane then destroyed Riddle and put him through the stage with a running senton. And that can be found on this link. Apollo wrestled Kushida in a singles match and lost by submission. It's believed that Dane is back in NXT for good. The former SmackDown superstar was rumored to be heading back to NXT when Sanity was split up in the 2019 Superstar Shakeup. Eric Young went to Raw, and Alexander Wolf recently debuted on the NXT UK brand. Correspondent noted that the match with Apollo felt like a one-off appearance for the SmackDown superstar and not a full-time return like Tyler Breeze. It looks like both of their matches will air on July 17th episode, but that wasn't confirmed. Here are some shots of that from those matches. NXT tapings from Full Sail University saw the beginning of an 8-man NXT bracket tournament take place. The tournament features NXT superstars who haven't made their official TV debuts yet. The winner will receive a future NXT title shot of their choosing. NXT General Manager William Regal announced the following superstars for the tournament. Angel Garza, formerly known as Garza Jr., Joaquin Wilde, that's DJ Zima's WWE name for NXT. Cameron Grimes, used to be known as Trevor Lee from Impact. Isaiah Swerve Scott, formerly known as Shane Strickland. Boa. Jordan Miles, formerly known as ACH. Dexter Loomis, formerly known as Samuel Shaw from Impact. And Bronson Reed, formerly known as Jonah Rock. First round tournament will likely begin airing Wednesday, June 26th on the WWE Network. Regal's announcement should air next Wednesday. The following first round matches will take place. Jordan Miles versus Boa, Isaiah Scott versus Cameron Grimes, Bronson Reed versus Dexter Loomis, Angel Garza versus Joaquin Wild. The winner of the Wild versus Garza will face the winner of Reed versus Loomis in the second round, while the winner of Miles versus Boa will face the winner of Grimes versus Scott. Semis of the tournament should be taped at Thursday's tapings from Full Sail University to air in late July, early August. That has not been confirmed, but the finals may end up taking place during the WWE SummerSlam weekend on Saturday, August the 10th, at TakeOver, Toronto, from the Scotia Bank Arena. Stay tuned for the results. Spoilers later in this video. Well, the latest vignette at this link for NXT superstar Damian Priest, the former Punishment Martinez from Ring of Honor. Priest's official NXT debut will air on next Wednesday's WWE Network episode. He will face Raul Mendoza, which was taped at last night's TV tapings. Dark match before the NXT tapings at Full Sail saw Rinku Singh defeat Sean Maluda in singles action. Remember to join the show around 6:45 Eastern Time for round 2 of live NXT spoiler. Well, I've already got all of them. WWE has officially welcomed Lazel, Curdy, and Hussein Al-Daggle to the WWE Performance Center in Orlando. They reported to work a few weeks ago. Curdy and Al-Daggle worked WWE tryout camp in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia during 2018 in April. And here's an announcement on their arrival. I just gave it to you. Thanks to Will at Will H94 for texting the following NXT spoilers for the spoilers that will air. Some of them will be on the 19th, some of them will be on the 26th. They are likely out of order, so take it with a grain of salt. They're all spoilers either way. According to this article, June 19th episode, Undisputed Era coming out for a promo, NXT champion Adam Cole said they're going to remake NXT in their image, and Cole said the show should start like this every week, and they throw to a new version of the NXT opening featuring only Undisputed Era. Cole tells the NXT champions to shine the belts up for the rest of the Undisputed, and nobody can stop them, not even Triple H. NXT North American champion, the Velveteen Dream, interrupted and said the NXT championship would look amazing paired with his belt. Roger Strong goes after Dream, but Matt Riddle interrupted. Riddle and Cole jaw jack, and Cole tells Riddle he can go back to writing reviews online for Attitude Era wrestlers. Tyler Breeze interrupted. Tyler says he was talking to Mr. Regal, and he doesn't care what is Undisputed or who is better looking. But he does care about Undisputed trying to take credit for a brand that Breeze built before any of them got there. Breeze said it'll be 3 of them versus any 3 of the Undisputed Era in the main event. Damian Priest defeated Raul Mendoza. Raul fights valiantly, but the former Punishment Martinez catches him on a dive and choke slams him into the ring apron. Priest delivers a spin kick and crossroads for the win. NXT General Manager William Regal announced the NXT Breakout Tournament, 8-man single elimination tournament between talent that hasn't been on TV. I told you earlier, the winner receives a title shot at their choosing. Zia Lee defeated Tainara Conti. Test of strength to start. The girl trade holds and pin attempts. Zia backs Tainara off with kicks. Tainara takes control. Zia fights back. Tainara ducks the spin kick, but Zia hits her on the rebound and gets the pin. Undisputed Era, Adam Cole, Roger Strong, and Bobby Fish defeated Velveteen Dream, Matt Riddle, and Tyler Breeze. Riddle and Cole started the match. Good exchange. Cole ragged Roddy, but Riddle with some gut-wrench suplexes. Fish in. Dream tags in. Everything breaks down, and Riddle is left alone with UE. Undisputed Era. All 3 guys. Cole hits the backstabber for a 2 count. Riddle intercepts a Panama surprise with a knee and gets hot tag to Breeze. Breeze runs wild and hits a beauty shot on Fish, but they pull him out of the ring. Dream blind tags in and bickers with Breeze, leading to Riddle getting knocked off the apron. Breeze and Dream super kick Cole, but Roddy shoved Dream into Breeze and hits the end of Heartache for the win. End of the episode. June 26th, July 3rd, and July 10th episodes. NXT Breakout Tournament first round. Angel Garza defeated Joaquin Wilde. Excellent match. Wilde is DJZ. Zema Ion. Garza is Garza Jr. Garza wrestled the first few minutes in his long tights before tearing them away into trunks for a pop. Garza with a modified pump handle flip out face buster for a 2 count. Garza in control. Wilde reverses a double arm choke into his own. Garza avoids the dive, but Wilde dives through the middle turnbuckle and hits and nails him. They fight to the top rope. Garza with a Spanish fly for a 2 count. Wilde with a crucifix for a 2 count. Garza nails it, hits a double underhook, backdrop for the win. NXT champions, the Street Profits, defeated the Forgotten Sons by DQ. Quick match where the Profits were rolling, but when Montez Ford went for a cover, Jackson Riker pulled him out of the ring and ref called for the bell. Forgotten Sons then attacked, but Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch make the save. Lorcan and Burch grabbed the belts and stared at them before handing them to the Profits. Keith Lee defeated Nikos Rikos in a squash match. Keith pounces him into the ropes and hits a jackhammer move for the pin. Mia Yim defeated Alia with Vanessa Bourne. Alia pie pacer, but Mia gets up and knocks her down. Mia goes for a cannonball, but Vanessa pulls Alia out of the ring. Alia with an insecurity for a 2 count, and Mia gets a win. Kushida defeated Scott Parker. Parker is one half of 3.0. Kushida with good technical work to start. Parker hits a drop kick and takes control. Kushida fights back and gets a hoverboard lock for the win. NXT Breakout Tournament first round. Cameron Grimes defeated Isaiah Swerve Scott. Scott is Shane Strickland. Grimes is Trevor Lee. Good match. Grimes in early control. Swerve fights back. Hits a rolling cutter for a 2 count. Swerve with a Suzuki special. Grimes hits a running double stomp for the win. Bianca Belair defeated Priscilla Zuniga. Zuniga is Diamante from LAX, formerly of Impact Wrestling. Bianca just dominated and hits her Belair driver for the win. Roger Strong defeated Tyler Breeze. Good back and forth to start. Tyler tells the ref not to touch him, trying to get him out of the corner, which opens the door for Roddy to take control. Roddy hits a brutal backbreaker on the edge of the ring steps, then on the guardrail. Tyler with a backbreaker. Roddy hits a superplex for a 2 count. Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish eventually run out. Breeze fights him off, but Roddy hits the end of Heartache for the win. Jordan Miles defeated Boa, as Miles is formerly known as ACH. Stokely Hathaway is in the front row scouting his match. Good back and forth. Boa with the butterfly suplex for a 2 count. Miles took control and ran wild. Nailed the 450 for the win. Damian Priest defeated Blanco Loco. Loco is introduced from Mexico, New York. Total squash. Priest hits the version of Crossroads for the win. NXT Breakout Tournament first round. Bronson Reed defeated Dexter Lumis. Dexter is Sam Shaw from Impact. Bronson is Jonah Rock. Don't know which company he's from. Lumis took control early on. Reed with a slam to regain control. Lumis with a kip up and a leg drop for a 2 count. Lumis missed a top rope senton, and Reed hits the top rope splash for the win. Jordan Miles versus Cameron Grimes and Bronson Reed versus Angel Garza will be semifinals of the tournament. Taped for June 26th, NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler retained her title over Io Shirai in a steel cage match. Shayna has her MMA gloves on and started with strikes. Io tries to climb, but Shayna pulls her down, takes control. Shayna throws up into the cage. Io with a cradle, but only gets a 2 count. Shayna back in control. Io fights back and hits 2 drop kicks with Shayna against the cage. Eventually, Io goes to escape, but Jasmine Duke and Marina Shaffer run down, close the door. The Women's Four Horsemen Io gets to climb, and Candice LeRae runs down to fight off the horsewomen. Marina gets in the ring, and Candice dives off the top onto her. Io does a moonsault onto Shayna from the top of the cage. Io crawls to escape, but Shayna grabs her in a choke. Io starts climbing the door, and Shayna heads on, slamming the door on Shayna's head until she lets go. But Shayna falls out of the cage to win. After the match, Io turns on Candice and beats her down in the cage. Io grabs a chair and hits Candice, then does a vertical suplex to her on the chair before leaving. Referees and trainers come down to check on Candice. NXT General Manager William Regal walks down to check on Candice. Crowd begins a chant for him, but he tells them to stop. Candice is helped out of the cage and to the back. And the next night, tapings, thanks to
Yes,
What's Smackdown videos.